What's up, Sun Rays? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a viewer's choice combo, and it's a unique combo, at least to me it is. The viewer asked me to use the Camille Rose Latte Define conditioner or leave-in and the Curls Blueberry Bliss Curl Control Jelly. So I don't have much of this left. It's hard to come out, so I'm going to try to keep it turned upside down so it'll be ready when I need it. Now, you guys know that I always put my leave-ins in the shower, and I had never used this before, so I looked at the directions. It says use as a leave-in on freshly conditioned hair, then style as desired. So that is what I tried to do. So I went into the shower, applied this, rinsed out my deep conditioner, applied this as my leave-in, and I will say that it did not really have a leave-in feel. It kind of made any moisture that I had in my hair feel like it was coming out, and it became kind of watery. It had a watery feel, so when I would, like, you know, smooth it on my hair, you could just see water like dripping out of my hair. My hands had like this watery, milky look to it, so it was kind of like it turned milky a little bit. So that was a little bit strange, but this is step 2 in the leave-in collection. The leave-in collection consists of the Honey Hydrate, which is step 1. So I believe that is supposed to be the leave-in. Then this is the Latte Define, which is step 2. And even though it says use as a leave-in here, I think it's because it's the leave-in collection. So above it right here says that this is a hold and define cream. You see what I'm saying? So it's a styling cream crafted to hold and define is what it says. So I'm thinking this is supposed to be the leave-in, this is supposed to be the cream, and then step 3 is the herbal tea, seal and soften. So this is supposed to be like the oil. So you're doing kind of like the LCO method, the leave-in, cream, and oil, right? Before you put on a gel or whatever type of styler you're going to use. So that's how I think it's supposed to be crafted to work. A lot of people are using each one of these individually as leave-ins because it does say use as a leave-in on freshly conditioned hair, right? So it's a little confusing, but when I looked on these, they all say use as a leave-in, use as a leave-in on freshly conditioned hair. But I think the thing is you use them, I'm sure you can use them individually. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if it has enough moisture by itself. But I think it's meant to be used together as a set, as a LCO or LOC method, and then you do your styler. Anyway, I put this on this front section in the shower, didn't feel quite right. So on the back sections, I did use a leave-in, and then I went in with this as like a second step, like the cream, and then I'm gonna go in with the gel as like the gel. So LCG. So the leave-in that I used was the Camille Rose Coconut Water leave-in. You guys know I love it. These back sections felt great when I put that on these back sections. Then when I topped it with this, again, it started to take that moisture away, and it started to have all this water like ring out of my hair, and it had that milky consistency again. So it was quite different, quite odd. Anyway, now that all of that is out of the way, I just wanted to let you know. So basically the front 2 sections just have this. So I want to see how it works by itself as a leave-in, so I can bring that to you. The back 2 sections have the Camille Rose Coconut Water leave-in in it, then this. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to go in with the gel and twist up my hair, and we're just gonna see how I feel about the products. So I'll be able to let you know whether I feel like this needs a leave-in with it or not, basically. Yeah, even this back section don't feel like it normally does with just the coconut water. The coconut water has some slip to it, has a lot of moisture to it, and since I applied that on top, my hair again feels kind of rough and not very moisturized. So I'm getting ready to go in with this. I'm just going to take a little bit because I don't have a lot, so I'm going to have to be real gentle with it. Got a little bit on my hands, rub it together, and I'm going to put it on this section. And I'm going to twist it. You guys know I've talked about the Blueberry Bliss before, that I use it as a topper sometime on top of creams to give just a little bit more hold to my twist outs. So I'm no stranger to that, but it does give a soft hold. So there you go. That looks pretty. It's soaked right in. I don't see any residue like it's gonna flake or anything. It looks like it's elongating it a little bit. That's how it looks. That don't mean it will. That just looks like it. I mean, it could definitely shrink up, but we're just gonna see. So let me do another one of these in the back. There you go. All right, so I'm just gonna do the two back sections real quick, and then I'll come back when I start to apply to the front to see if I feel any difference. So you can just watch.
When I go with confidence, when I go with roll our hips and take a sip on it. Take a trip on it. When a girl who can go slow, wind it up all night. Baby, take your time. Let me know I want. When you turn me around, when the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going like bum bum bum. Throw it back then rotation. Cigarettes and the season. Shine bright as that season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. We not like me. We not shine bright like royalty. We not stick keep a dignity and wine.
Okay, so I got my twist in the back. So now we are going to start in the front, and don't give me a side part. See, my hands are very juicy. So, got just a little bit, and we're gonna add it to this section. Right now, the application feels very similar. Feeling like the front section is just a little bit more tangly, not bad, but a little bit more than the back, because the back had the leave-in in it that keeps it. It has some slip in that leave-in, and It's a detangling leave-in, so I felt like my fingers could run through the back a little bit more. And my hair usually tangles more in the front than it does the back anyway. My back is a little bit looser texture than this under here. Not much, but a little bit. I'm gonna show you something. See the milkiness? Some of that is coming from the gel, the thickness of it, because in the shower it was milky like that, but a little bit thinner. So the thickness of it that I just showed you is coming from the gel. But basically that's the wateriness I was getting from the leave-in. And curls, gels, they do have a wateriness to them too. I remember when I used the pumpkin pineapple, they thin out a lot. And that's why probably people don't feel like they have a lot of hold, because they do thin out when they hit the wetness of your hair, I feel like. So I mean, just look how wet my hands look. Can you see it? You don't normally get that with other gels. Curls gels are just juicy, and then when you top it with this juicy Camille Rose leave-in, I got extra juice, extra juiciness running down my hands and everything, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna finish doing this on all over my head, and I'll be back when I'm done. Anyway, this is my hair. So I will be back when it's dry for the takedown, so stay tuned. Okay, Sun Raes, I am back, and we are going to take down these twists, and I'm just going to start in the back and unravel in this opposite direction that I put them in, and I'm going to go ahead and try to separate at the same time that I unravel. So remember, in the back we used the curl latte. I'm sorry. In the back we used a leave-in, coconut water leave-in, and the curl latte and the gel. In the front we just used the curl latte and the gel. So gonna see if we can feel a difference. There's definitely a lot of definition.
Jam, 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 sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 sounding like you're wasting every time. We not like me, we not shine bright like royalty, we not stay creep with the guarantee and why. So kind of your neck is started, you been waiting on me to solve it.
I do feel like this side has a lot more frizz than this side. I do feel a coating on my hair.
Bum, bum, bum. Roll back, then rotation. Figure it's in the season. Shine bright as the season. Girl, you know you are a jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Can't you? Yeah, you make me feel like we could do. Oh, you make me feel like we could do it all over again, all over again. Can't you? Yeah, you make me feel like we could do. Oh, you make me feel like we could do it all over again, all over again. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you're wasting every time. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam.
Okay guys, this is my hair. I'm not going to use the pick to pick it because it is somewhat fluffy on its own. It already has quite a bit of frizz in it, especially up top here. Although both sides feel pretty much the same as far as moisture. I don't feel a whole lot of moisture in my hair, and I think I said that when I was applying the products. I felt a lot of moisture in my hair with the leave-in before I added this to it, then it felt like it sucked it out. I do have a major coating on my hair that I don't necessarily like. I feel it on the front and the back, which makes me think it came from this. I don't have any shine at all, and yeah, it just doesn't feel good. So I don't care for this, sorry viewer, I don't care for this combination that much as far as the way that my hair feels right now today. So I will come back on day 3, let you see my hair and give you my final thoughts then. Hopefully it will last. Good morning guys, second day hair coming on, showing you it because I'm getting ready to wash it. It's not going to last till third day, not for me. So as you can see, it still has plenty of definition in the back, but it is so sticky and coated that I can't take it. It's to the point that it's stiff, it's dull and dry looking, and it just, I can't take it. So if you can see, my hair is just sticking out. Wherever I put it is kind of where it stays. And I remember getting that feeling and that coated feeling from the Carol's Daughter. So I'm gonna wash it today because I have a bridal shower this weekend, and then I have a dinner this weekend on Sunday. So I have to have my hair looking decent. So on this side, you know, I like my hair to lay down. So if I were to touch my hair, like scratch it or whatever, I don't want when I touch it, it end up just sticking out like this. It shouldn't do that. It should fall back down. If it was soft and moisturized and flowy with no coating, it would fall back down. It wouldn't just stand up like this like it did with the Carol's Daughter. It does that because there's a coating on it and it's sticky, and wherever you put it, that's where it stays. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this on my phone. So that's a no for me. Look at my hair. That's a no for me. I can't even style it. And when I finally get it styled in the shape I want, if I lay on it, if I lean back on the car seat, if I do whatever, then however I lay it, it's like that. And then you gotta try to work real hard to get it back in some type of semblance of order. So I'm going to wash my hair. So this combination is not necessarily for me. It gives definitely the definition. If you guys are someone who likes a lot of definition, you don't mind the coated feeling, you know, you like that Carol's Daughter, you might like this combination. But again, like I said, it's not for me. I feel like it needs a little bit of moisture, but it's so hard to tell because of that coated feeling on my hair. So thank you. I think it was Letitia for sending in this combination. I know it's your favorite, but it didn't work for me. So sorry about that, but I was happy to try it. Anyway, that's it guys. Just want to come in and show you my hair before I washed it to let you know that it needed it. I mean, so the viewer that suggested this combo is Letitia Mitchell. So Letitia, hopefully you're watching this, and I know you said this is your favorite combination. Like I said, I did try it with the leave-in in the back, and I didn't try it with the leave-in in front. I just tried these two in the front, and it is fluffier and less definition with just these two without the leave-in. It's more definition in the back with the leave-in. I don't have any flaking, so that's good, and I don't feel a whole lot of difference using the leave-in or not using the leave-in, and none of it really feels as moisturized as I would like it to be. So I probably would not pair this again, but I thank you for the combination. Some of you who have maybe finer strands or something like that, you may like it, but for me, it just leaves a coating. So that is the major thing, is the coating. So Letitia Mitchell, thank you for recommending this combo. And guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you've tried these two together, or if you haven't, what you tried this with, what you pair it with, whether you like it or not. Tell me what you use this with, if you use it. Leave all that in the comment section below so we can learn from one another. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.